And right now we are going to be watching a stream on the banking system, a hearing that is happening. So let's quick look at what is going on with what they're going to be talking about. Now the title of it says something to do with, Comptroller Otting's proposal. So Comptroller Otting is a dude, and so this is a proposal that he has put forth. So first, let's go ahead and see what he has to say about it, and then we will look at the actual proposal thing. And wait, it was on the right one. Okay. Alright, so I played a clip of him during the last stream. So we're going to look at one other quick one. I'm going to speed this up so that way it doesn't take very long. We'll put out 1.5. And this is from the Office of the Comptroller of the Currency. So this has to do with the banking system and, you know, our fiat currency and all that good stuff. Is it? Oh, hold on. There we go. Sorry.
Benefits of modernizing the Community Reinvestment Act. The Community Reinvestment Act encourages banks to meet the credit needs of the communities they serve, including low and moderate income neighborhoods across the country. Since it became law in 1977, banks lent and invested trillions of CRA qualified dollars nationwide. But the rules haven't been updated since 1995. That's 25 years ago, before smartphones and when the internet was new. Banking has changed, and the proposal to modernize CRA rules reflects how people bank today and what communities need now. What activity counts? Think about it. Regulators updated CRA a generation ago, and there is still no list of what activities count for CRA credit. Today, community advocates and bankers have to guess. When you are talking about billions of dollars, guessing can't be good. Where activity counts. When CRA was updated 25 years ago, most people banked by going to a branch. Today, branches are still important, but millions of people live outside branch networks and make deposits and pay bills through their phones. The rules today only evaluate how banks serve customers around their brick-and-mortar branches. That doesn't make sense. Evaluating performance objectively. Imagine being told you are about to be tested on what you've done over the last 3 or 4 years, but not being told what activities count for credit or how much credit you got for each activity. That's how CRA evaluations work today. They're subjective and vary from exam to exam. We could do better than that. Make reporting more timely. Now imagine that you have to wait years to see the results of your test. That's what happens now. Grades are passed out in reports called performance evaluations that can take years to publish and can be almost 1,000 pages long. That's not helping anyone. Can we fix these problems and drive more capital to communities that need money to support housing, jobs, and basic services? Yes, we can. By clarifying what counts for CRA credit, updating where bank activity counts, evaluating CRA performance more objectively, and making CRA reporting more transparent and timely. Modernizing CRA rules would have other benefits too. Benefit 1. It would create more incentive to lend and invest in communities that need it. Benefit 2. It would encourage more activities that make big differences in communities by helping create jobs, economic opportunities, and focusing on low and moderate income people and areas. Benefit 3. The proposed changes would encourage banks to do more in underserved areas too, like rural communities, distressed areas, and Native American reservations. Benefit 4. Updating CRA rules would support America's farmers and small business owners by increasing the eligible size for small farm and business loans. Benefit 5. And new rules would help limit displacement and harmful gentrification by refocusing CRA credit to low and moderate income individuals and communities and closing loopholes that allow credit for loans that go to the wealthy. America's communities rely on CRA, and CRA rules can encourage banks to do so much more. Learn more by reading the proposed rule and share your comments to make the proposal even stronger. For more information, visit occ.gov/CRA.
All right, so just like she told us to do, we are going to read a little bit of the proposal. So when you go to house.gov, let me make sure you guys are seeing the right thing. Yes, you are. Okay. And hello and welcome if you're just joining us. Make sure that you are subscribed by hitting the big red subscribe button. I can't talk now. And the bell notifications icon. Go ahead and turn on all notifications so you get notified when we go live. And you can check out our website, growtheinfo.com, for all kinds of good resources. And you can follow us on Twitter and Instagram. At growtheinfo is our name. So on the house.gov website, if you are looking at the schedule for today, Tuesday, January 14th, in this window here is where they have the schedule for the day, and you can click between the days. If you look at the last hearing for today at 2 p.m., it says the Community Reinvestment Act review, who wins and who loses with Comptroller Otting's proposal. So we are going to read a little bit of the proposal. Okay, and it has the witness list right here. The memorandum is what we're going to be looking at. Actually, I guess it's not the proposal. It does summarize the proposal, though. It says what the Community Reinvestment Act was. Okay, it was legislation passed in the 1960s and 1970s, and then it goes through the current framework. And then it tells you some of the recent things that he is proposing. So on December 12th, 2019, the OCC and FDIC released a Notice of Proposed Rulemaking, or CRA, modernization. The FDIC board member, Martin Grunberg, voted against the proposal, describing it as a deeply misconceived proposal that would fundamentally undermine and weaken the Community Reinvestment Act. It is notable that the Federal Reserve did not join this NPRM, the Notice of Proposed Rulemaking, due to remaining concerns about certain elements of the proposed rulemaking. Key elements of the NPRM include, and then it goes through the different things that he has proposed. Now they're going to be starting in just a couple minutes. So yes, right here at the bottom, the last paragraph does state some of the issues that people were having with this. It says, while some industry stakeholders have voiced support for the plan, there have been additional concerns raised by others, including the process being utilized. For example, members of Congress and hundreds of stakeholders have requested that any significant CRA proposal provide the public with at least 120 days to analyze and comment on the proposal, and yet the NPRM, the proposals he put forth, gives the public only 60 days to comment. Moreover, some stakeholders have been critical of Comptroller Otting's bus tour on CRA modernization for not being open to the public, with select groups invited to attend. Concerns have also been raised that the OCC has taken unusual steps to silence opposition to its CRA reform efforts. Furthermore, given the lack of consensus between the Federal Reserve, OCC, and FDIC, the result may lead to inconsistent regulatory treatment and regulatory arbitrage, with banks choosing whichever framework they prefer. So that is their issue with it. So again, you can get this summary. This is called a memorandum. It summarizes the previous stuff and the witnesses that will attend and what they are talking about. That is linked. You could go to financialservices.house.gov and find it as well. But you can find it just by going to house.gov and clicking on the hearing for today. So if you have not paid attention to anything with the banking system before, I suggest that you dive into that rabbit hole, because the banking system has a great effect on politics in today's world, in not just our country, but globally. So it's definitely one of those rabbit holes that you need to go down. It can get very confusing, but you just keep at it. The terms are something that you will hear all over the place, and once you start getting into the jargon, and once you start kind of understanding what they're saying when they talk about things like, headline risk, or, stocks are rallying behind something and stuff like that, and you see then the headlines and the news on Fox News and CNN and these other places, it's very interesting. So, and I suggest that you all are subscribed to, I know everybody is subscribed to like at least one mainstream media news channel. Even I am, as much as I don't like the mainstream media, sometimes you gotta stay up to date with the stuff that they're putting out there too, because they are able to hire, the boots on the ground kind of people and get inside sources. So while I know everybody is subscribed to just a regular mainstream media news channel, you also need to be subscribed to, I hate saying it, but one of the mainstream media like money channels as well, like Yahoo Finance or CNBC. Those are not necessarily, because they're giving you truth or anything, but because it's very fun to compare those videos and what they put out and what they say to like what you're seeing from the other news networks, because they know that the people that watch the money shows are usually the investors, the people that have the money. So, they definitely talk about things in a different way, and you'll see them admit to a lot of stuff that they definitely try to hide on like the 5 o'clock, basic news hour. And if you don't know anything at all about the money system at all, one channel that I love watching on YouTube is the Money GPS. He puts a lot of work into his stuff. He goes through all of the analytics, all of the charts, all of the everything regarding the financial system. And he, like me, likes to give everybody the information that they can find themselves. So like he'll tell you how to go through different government charts and how to find statistics and things. So if you aren't aware of any of this kind of stuff and you need to know what's going on, then I highly suggest that channel. Again, it's the Money GPS, and I believe he even has really easy to watch playlists that will walk you through all of the basics. Again, the thing that I went through, the memorandum, can be found by going to house.gov, and you just click on the hearing for today, and you can find a link to the memorandum. There is one in the description box below that you can just copy and paste up into your browser. Again, if you look at the URL, you will see that it is to the actual government website. So, no worries about like, I'm not trying to send you a virus or nothing. I mean, the government might be, I don't know. I can't control them, like I said. So, but there it is for you. So thank you everybody for joining, and I hope they don't